Inferno, Claudia Nismovic, who is pretty handy and moves quite quickly, so to Mary's Blake to see her playing again this evening. So it'll be an interesting little tussle. Jess Meggs played particularly well in their last game as well for the Inferno. In the net for the Dogs, for the Inferno, it looks like we have Samantha Hockey, and for the Dogs, Zoe Stewart. Zoe has been a goaltender here for quite some time, and Sam Hockey in her second or third season, I believe, as a goaltender as well. So both ladies coming along well with their goaltending. We are about to get underway. The face-off being taken by the Dogs with someone with a jersey on that doesn't have the right number. This is normal. So we are underway now. Puck played up the ice by the Dogs. And, running into a little bit of traffic there was Cassidy Sapwell getting past Simone Kuchera. Tries to get the first shot away. A little backhander across the front of the net there by Sapwell. Tried to put it across the slot in front of the net, but the puck harmlessly into the corner at the moment for the Inferno. They try and break it out. Now the Dogs trying to clear the puck, but only as far as the point. Flinging the puck back in there, but not able to clear the puck out. The Dogs still stuck in their defensive zone. They'd be pretty keen to get the puck out. They thought they were going to win last week, and they were nullified very effectively by the snipers. But tonight is a new night, and we'll see what pans out as Kuchera gets away, and she's got some space. Cuts across the front of the net. No, it likes to go around behind it. Tries to get a wraparound. The shot not complete on the net, and the puck nearly taken out. The Inferno now clear the zone, forcing all of the Dogs to leave. And just chipping past everyone there is Gemesis, who tries to get the puck across the front of the net, but no one there for the Inferno. Amanda Peak is not quite able to get there in time, but she gets up now and just drives the puck back past. I think that's Lisa McIvan. And the puck now just played across the ice, very nearly picked off there and intercept by the Dogs, but safely they got away with it this time as well. Another attempt to clear it up the boards, still in the zone, the Dogs. Not able to clear it out, but finally they do. And the puck will come across to Jennings, who just dumps it in deep to her teammate. To try and get a shot away, but across the front of the net, finds Meggs. Meggs tries to get the backhand, but no luck. And it is carried out now by the Inferno, looking for an opportunity to bring the puck back in. Skating around with the puck there is Jess McPherson, but she runs out of time and space. Instead dumps it deep. And the Dogs looking to break it out. They're all standing pretty still at the moment. The Dogs not moving very much. One of them runs a cropper. You can hold your ground. As Meggs there apologises, but you don't need to. Ash Elliott makes a pass across. Tries to find Murphy. Ash is now free and unmarked in the slot. Doesn't stay there. Puck bobbles around loose. Hockey watches it. Deflect harmlessly off the side of the boards. Meggs now chips up the boards, but only as far as a Dog who keeps it in. And they get another chance now to get a shot across the front. Looking for a cheeky backhand. No. They swing around and just swipe the puck across the front of the net. No one there for the Dogs as Meggs now for the Inferno looks to break it out. She just chips it up past, finding a teammate, but unable to clear it now. This time Jennings it is who finds the puck, but it's picked up by Elliott, battling with Meggs. Wins the battle that time. Puck still stuck in the neutral zone. Lisa Wilkinson now in the white gloves. Deeks one, but picked off again. Meggs being outstanding at the moment. She's everywhere. Tries to rim the puck around the back, looking for Savic. Savic picks it up on the boards and doesn't manage to clear it. Puck still in the zone for the Inferno. But now they get it out through Meggs, who's been on the ice for a long time. She'll be getting tired. Looking for a change. I'd be surprised if she wasn't very quick to get off as the Inferno make a D change. They get two fresh pairs of legs on the ice. Tasha Hudson, who played here last night in the B-League Div 5 competition, floating around on the blue line. It's puck deep in the corner for the Dogs. Trying now to break it out is Wilkinson. She's got a bit of room, but she is challenged by Hudson, who just drives her off into the corner. Puck comes across the front, and Sam Hockey makes it safe. No goal for the Dogs, but the first shot on the net for them. They'll be pleased to get the first opportunity. Every time you put the puck on the net, there is a small chance it might go in. And with just under 12 minutes to go, we are tied up at no goals apiece. It's like so McPherson there looking to play the puck back to Simone Kuchera, who is thwarted once again. Turned around and it goes the puck. No icing as the puck nearly snuck in past Zoe Stewart, who was perhaps a little bit relaxed there, but now the Inferno have another chance to try and put the puck on the net. Dancing around in the front. A shot in from a distance, bounces off. Second chance rebound, third chance digging away at the puck, but the whistle blows and the goal doesn't go. We'll have a defensive zone face-off for the Dogs. Let's see how they set it up. Can they break it out? They're lining out far on the back side of it, looking like she's trying to get a quick break. Dropped one cleanly by the Dogs back into their D. Up in there is the mystery number 22. I don't have on my team list here, but maybe it does exist somewhere. Could be Hayley Legg. In fact, it is. We'll just update what we have here on our list. One of the referees here just trying to get a backhander on that puck and clear it out. Not able to, as in the end the puck is swallowed up safely by Zoe Stewart. We'll have another defensive zone face-off for the Dogs. See how the Inferno choose to set themselves up on the attack. Watch for where their D put themselves if they creep in off the blue line. If they do that, they need to be careful. So for Vandercleet, they're moving up quite a fair bit in the middle, not sitting back on the blue line. If the puck gets past them, they're in trouble. But, backs up wisely now, watching for the move as Elliott tries to make the pass. Just couldn't quite get a handle on it. And the Dogs offside. Murphy there just crossed the blue line before the puck did. The expression puck you is the one that comes to mind. What that means is the puck has to go in before you go in. It's a good mnemonic to remember it, as long as you pronounce it carefully. As Elliott, not quite sure where the face-off will be, but she comes back up for it now. Splendid in a green mouth guard, but apparently it's edible. The face-off won by McPherson. Finds in the end Robertson, who flies the puck across the front. No one picks it up except for one of the Dogs. This here is way out of date. And we have the player on the ice, slow to get up, but it's all good. And we have a penalty on McPherson, who will be sitting 2 for crimes against the state. In this case, it is a trip. McPherson will sit 2. So this gives the Dogs the first power play of the game. This means they have a numerical advantage. One extra player on the ice. Taken for the Dogs to take the face off for them, wins it forwards. So the Inferno will be looking to clear the puck out of the zone and get it all the way down the other end and run the clock down on the penalty, and they get the puck out of the zone, but only as far as Wilkinson, who circles around. She's waiting for her players to get out of the zone. She's got a bit of room in front of her. Will she take it? She decides to go around the outside. Magnan now blasting into the slot. Finds a bit of space. She's free, but the Inferno send the puck all the way to Moe. Goes all the way down the other end. Stopped by Zoe Stewart, who just plays it back to Wilkinson. Wilkinson looking for someone moving to try and pass it to. Finds one. It's going to get picked off. And that's Savic. But Savic passes straight back to Abby Vertagen. Not able to deal with that one, and Abby has a bit of a chance, but fluffs on the puck. Being pressed now by Savic. Savic deep in the corner trying to get possession. Vertagen now clears the puck up to Wilkinson. He plays it back. And now will the Dogs get a shot on the net? They do, but it goes wide. Does not count as a shot on the net if it wasn't going to go in. So another chance to try and clear the puck out of the zone for the Inferno, but it flies across the front. Everyone misses it. Does a full lap of the rink, and Wilkinson now looking for a chance to try and get a shot, but she's closely pressured. And now the puck will be still being pushed up the ice, looking for a chance to get a shot. Fires it across the front. No one there for the Doggies to stick it home. And as a result now, the puck's still in the zone, but they clear it out eventually, the Inferno, and with just on 30 seconds to go in the penalty. Done all right so far at managing to keep it under control. A bit of a dribbly shot across on the net, but seen safely into the corner by Hockey. It was Lisa McIvan trying to get the puck in. She skates back. And, now the puck comes across to Vertagen, who gets a shot on, but it is nicely saved by Hockey. One more shot on the penalty, but it is blocked by the Inferno. That winds up the penalty. They've killed it successfully. As Casero was trying to find some space. And she's still now unmarked in the slot. A bit dangerous for the Inferno. They'll need to get some more pressure on her. Otherwise, she will make you pay. All the players in this competition who have deadly shots. Simone Kachira is the one. Puck around the back of the net being chased by Simone, but she loses footing. And now the Inferno with a chance to finally clear the zone, but they don't. McIvan tries to get the puck across to Simone. Unable to complete it. The puck now lost in everyone's feet. A little bit of a battle in the corner. Kachira wins that one in the end as far as McIvan, but McIvan just pushes it back into the corner. Second chance now for the Dogs. Can the Inferno clear the zone? They do. They get the puck out, and Jess Meggs is away on her own. She's being chased. She goes left hand, off forehand, gets the shot. Beautiful save though. Stewart makes it safe with the puck bobbling around in the front. Still more time for the Inferno. Kachira though steals it for the Dogs. Tries to blast up the upside, but is just cut off on the boards by Dervish. And the puck now settles down back for the Inferno, who clear it out of the zone. Almost played back in by Dervish there, getting the stick on the puck where it perhaps wasn't intended to, as Kachira makes her way out of the zone. Dogs were caught briefly offside. Now a chance for the Dogs as three of them all come across in a line. McIvan waves the slap shot around. But, not successful. He didn't get enough on it for it to be dangerous. And, loses a footing as everyone goes a bit of a tumble. Puck into the corner. Here, Van der Kleek gets around Kachira. Puck is loose in the middle though. The Dogs with some sustained zone time. And Sam Hockey wisely freezes the puck, freezes the game. And the Inferno will get a change. Watch how they set up here on their defensive zone face-off, the Inferno. They may choose to put a couple of players across in front of the goal, and indeed they do. Watch how quickly they move when the puck gets dropped. And McPherson Jess Meggs straight through and up quickly, applying pressure on the Dogs. And this gives them a chance to break out. They dump the puck up, the Inferno. Can they clear the zone? Not yet, but now they can in the hands of McPherson. Looks up, finds 6. Who is that? Lydia Robinson. And the puck is dumped all the way down the other end. Looks like they might have actually got their jerseys now, so it's always nice for everyone to have jerseys with their own names on it. It makes everyone's job a lot easier. Sneaking around there with the puck. It's the Dogs, but it goes shot on the net to Hockey, but bounces over the nicely. Nice piece of stick work there by Hockey. She put it over the top and safely into the corner. As the Dogs now try and through Elliott get the puck around. But Van der Kleek, on the other hand, has words to say about that and won't let it through. And the Inferno clear the zone through McPherson. It's all the way down the other end. Hand not up for an icing. Must have come off someone. So the Dogs will now try and break it out. They clear the puck out of the zone, push back in there by the Inferno, and the referees decide not to call offside on that one. The referees do decide reality, and the rest of it just spectators. That's okay, as skating back now to try and pick up the puck, the Inferno just able to beat the forecheck of Elliott, and they clear the zone just slightly, but that's all you need, which is as good as a mile as they're coming now, lines up to take a shot. Just fluffing on the shot there, Zoe Stewart makes it safe. And no goal to the Inferno, still tied up at no goals apiece with 3 minutes to go in the first. 4 shots to the Inferno, 5 to the Dogs as the scorer sees it. We'll see what the Dogs can do this time. Can they follow on from the Dogs' outstanding game earlier today in the Women's Pro League? And the Dogs beat the Inferno 5-2, but different game, different league. As the Inferno now looking for a chance to get a shot across. Flies across the net, but it runs into Lisa Wilkinson's feet. Nice piece of footwork there by the block the shot. The Inferno take a shot into the net. Well, everyone's having a bit of a tumble. The ice now, the Dogs' defence trying to find a passing lane, but it's not there. Inferno doing a good job keeping the puck in the zone. They're not able to quite drive it in with the force that she would have liked there, McPherson. Oh, sorry, that was Rink. Keep the puck in, and that's the point. But now we have a chance for a Dogs breakaway, a 2-on-1 if they can clear the puck, but they don't. Nicely pinched by Inferno. It's an interesting interpretation of offside. And the puck now fighting in the corner by the Inferno, looking to try and create an opportunity. Skating around is Genesis. It doesn't go, and it is instead stolen by Vertagen, who's being pressed tightly by Hudson not able to get out of any mess. Now the puck loose. The Dogs looking to play it back into the net, but the whistle blows. There will be a stoppage with 1 minute and 30 seconds to go in the first, and Hudson is doing 2 minutes in the naughty corner for crimes against humanity. And as a result, the Inferno now on their second penalty kill. The Dogs bring out the big guns. They've got Simone Kuchera there. And they get the puck back through and get a shot away. They get the puck back, but not able to pick it up. Puck goes out to the corner, finds Kuchera, but it's lost in her feet a little bit. She's circling around now with the puck high in the zone. A little bit of a deke. Now she's got a chance, moves wide, fires a shot, but Hockey gets a pad in the way. Fires a shot across the front again. This time, no one able to get a handle on it. And, a third chance now for the Dogs. As the puck weaves its way around the front, the Inferno desperate to get the puck out of the zone. But it only goes as far as their D, who winds, trickles the puck in. Sam Hockey watches it go harmlessly to her left. Now McIvan with a chance to put the puck in as Kuchera battling in the slot. McIvan tried to get that one on the net, but it wasn't going to go. She's being pushed out of the space quite nicely. The Inferno doing a good job of marking up on those players in the slot. Hockey watches the puck bounce off her and then go into space. And the Inferno clear the zone. It only needs to go out by a couple of metres, and that will cause the prey to break up and everyone has to come out. Now the Inferno in deep. That's how they set up their penalty kill with just under a minute to go on the penalty. This is the second kill that the Inferno have had to do. Cutting across to try and get the puck. Lucky there that the timing was good. Vanderkleed has the puck behind her, and that concludes the first period. We're all tied up at no goals apiece. Shot 6 to the Inferno, 5 to the Dogs. It's the Inferno on their second penalty kill. And an interesting period indeed that was. Some quite effective play by Kuchera, not quite able to get some goals, but she's in good positioning on a number of occasions. But for the Inferno, shouldn't be terribly surprised. He's been outstanding. Jess Meggs, who has been everywhere for them so far throughout this game. Jess Meggs playing an outstanding game in the first period. Savic was a tiger in the corners as well. But it's a good play. Ash Elliott, some good battles. We will wait and see what happens in the second. But so far the goalies the winners. Again, they were on the first round of this game when the Inferno played the Snipers, and that one ended in a 0-all draw. And we will see what happens now. They have a minute to get their composure and have a bit of a chat on the bench, and then straight back out into the game. No great big long rests for these girls. Inferno still chatting. This is where the referee can say, you know what, 2 minutes delay the game, bench penalty, but they choose not to. You just let it go. The Inferno now will line up and get themselves ready. As the Dogs are all set up, and Hudson comes over back into the penalty box to set the remainder of her penalty. It'll be 50 more seconds before she comes back on. This is where the Dogs need to be careful. If they don't score, Hudson can get on behind them. It sometimes happens that a player comes out from a penalty and ends up behind the play, and you can get a sneaky stretch pass to them. But Elliott now drives into the corner for the Dogs, trying to get the puck up. They're being tightly challenged there by Inferno. Puck up high, but fanning on the shot was the Dogs D. It goes back in to Rosa Aredes, who puts the puck on the net, but it is saved by Zoe Stewart. There will be just 20 seconds of this power play to go. By the time the puck is dropped, I imagine Hudson will be very close to getting back on. As the Dogs are slow to line up, running the clock down. The Inferno is set up and ready. They actually need to be. You win the puck forward in Meggs. Now the puck in the zone. Hudson will be back on in just a few seconds. And you can see how she can get behind, but the Dogs alert to the threat. And Judy Robinson just skating back and keeping an eye on Hudson as she comes onto the ice. Wise play there by Robertson. What a D would just be blissfully unaware of that. So Wilkinson tries to get some action happening. Throws the puck in deep, but it's picked up beautifully by Matilda Jennings, skating it around, trying to find an outlet, but only as far. But finally now the the Inferno clean it out through Meggs. Meggs trying to get the puck, but it's driven back in by Vertagen. Vertagen driving deep into the corner, fires the puck across the front. And there for the Dogs. A little bit of a corner battle there, fought out by number again, I'm not quite sure. Anna Rufagus. The puck deep into the corner now for the Dogs. Good chance for them here. Puck loose in front of the net. There's two Dogs and only the one Inferno, but they don't quite manage to get the puck into the twine. As Zoe Stewart makes it safe for the Inferno. Good little bit of play there for the Dogs. It created some opportunities. 2 shots on that power play, which is effective, but none of them in the net. So not effective enough. What will happen now on this setup? Taking the puck for the Inferno and wins it back safely. Inferno now looking to clear the puck around the back of the net, but tightly forecheck there. It's the big guns on for the Inferno. The puck again into some interpretation of offside. As Kachira now takes a shot, puts the shot in the net, and we know that's what she does. If you give Simone Kachira room, she will score goals on you like that all day, and she does it in this occasion. So Simone with the first goal for the Dogs. Inferno just giving her too much room. So the Inferno now have to get one back in order to tie it up with 13 minutes to go in the second. The lead 1-0 in favour of the Dogs. And Meg now tries to win the puck, but it's only as far as her teammate there in Simone Kachira, who fires it across the front looking for Lisa McIvan, but not able to finish it off. Lisa Mack, she swung at the puck, but it wasn't there. Leg passes back to her D partner, who goes in deep to try and pick it up. Bean looking for an option, but being tightly pressed. Now they try and break out again, the Dogs. So McIvan looking for a stretch pass right the way across. But that's not on today. As the Inferno tuck it in deep, and it's going to just dribble into Zoe Stewart, who elects to play it. A little bit lucky to get away with that. She a little bit in two minds. She had a D in front of her there in Heen, and just figured she'd pick it up. Wasn't aware of the Inferno player just maybe blindsiding her a little bit, and popping the puck out and very nearly, and it snuck around behind her. You want to be careful with that, Zoe. If you're going to freeze it, freeze it. Elliott now wins the puck across to her winger, but it goes as far as Van der Kleet, who fires it in across the front of the net. No one quite able to get the tip in on it. But, it was a good option. Now playing it up the net is the Dogs in Murphy, who's trying to get around the traffic, but driven into the corner, passes across the front. No one there for the Dogs. Elliott a little bit late to get there. Tries to go in to put pressure on the play. Kept in nicely by the Dogs. The Inferno clear the zone. Samek, she's fired it down the boards. Hard on the forecheck there, Gemesis. The puck is now loose, but cleaned up by Elliott around the back. Looks for a lane, fires it right across the front of the net. I think her old coach will be very disappointed in that one. We'll have words about that later. But Van der Kleet now cleans it up for the Inferno. Trying to get it out of the zone. It's lost in a bit of a board battle. Puck's down there somewhere, pops out. Inferno clear it. They've got numbers, but not quite able to complete the pass. And it goes away from Savic. And then played safely out the boards by the Dogs. They're looking for opportunities. Gets past one, but picked off eventually by a wall of Inferno, who now cross the line, but don't clear the puck out of the zone. And Kathy Costello plays the puck up the ice for the Dogs. And scoots off to get their change. New change for the Dogs as the puck deep in the attack for them. It's a good time to do it. If you're going to change it deep, change it when the puck's all the way down the other end. It's the safe option. You'll often see teams elect to make changes at very inopportune times and create odd player rushes. And the odd player rush is the single best scoring opportunity in the game of hockey. You don't want to give them away. One of the ways of giving them away is a badly timed change. But the Dogs did that perfectly on that occasion. So the Sniper setting up with 3 players across the front of the net. Puck comes across quickly, and Wilkinson has to go and clean it up. Tess Wilkinson has to go get it, and she's being forechecked rigorously, but gets around the forecheck, gets around 1, gets around 2, gets around 3, winds, throws the puck up high, bobbles loose out the front of Sam Hockey, but she makes it safe. And no goal for Tess. A piece of movement there by her, creating some space, and they're keeping the puck wide and eventually getting the shot away without wishing to carry it too far, which is good. Puck this time one forwards by the Inferno. They break it out, trying to find Meggs, but it's dumped in deep, and that will go all the way just past Zoe Stewart, but icing waved off. So there was a reason for that. McPherson tries to find Jennings, but elects not to play the puck back to her as the Inferno. Just getting a little crowded there. McPherson now moves across the front, winds, tries to get the shot, winds again, gets a shot in, bubbles loose, but Zoe Stewart freezes it deep and the puck is safe. No goal, Inferno. Referee suggesting that the face-off be taken on the Cafe side. Can the Inferno turn this into the opportunity and get themselves tied back up at 1 goal apiece? That's what they'd like before the end of this period. They've got 9 minutes of the period. Taking a shot across the front there, attempted by Rufagus, but it doesn't go. Puck held in by the Inferno. Meggs now winds. McPherson gets, Wilkinson, gets a foot in the way. Now breaking it out, the Dogs, but Meggs again back. And they're involved in everything, and the Dogs offside in Vertagen. Across the blue line before the puck does. Back out she goes, and that's what happened. So nice little play there. Jess Meggs, whenever she's on the ice, she looks dangerous. And the Dogs are aware of that. They've put out Ellie Legg to try and contest the face-off. Legg wins the face-off. Savic steals it up the side. Tries to drive in deep. Couldn't quite contain it. Got to Kachira. Kachira gave it back to Meggs. Meggs now with 2 in front. Can she get around 1 and 2? She's got a player in the slot, but she elects to go herself. Little cheeky backhander. It's loose. Doesn't get under Stewart. Kachira now with the puck for the Dogs, playing it out. Steps around 1, drives the puck down to where no one is, but Meggs is back there. She gets around Meggs. Kachira winds, shoots. No goal. Nice save there by Hockey. A lot of pressure, as we know, if you give Kachira that much room, she's going to score most of the time. But good back check. They chose to stay on this line, the Dogs. Kachira just sitting back from the face-off line a few metres. She's looking for Legg to win the puck across to her, or perhaps the puck to go the other way and then come across for a one-time shot. See if that's what they're lining up for, but instead the puck fired in by McIvan. Deep in the corner now for the Dogs. Kachira in battling for it. And the puck around the back now is Kachira, but doesn't finish it off. And the Inferno now break it out of the zone. They've got a 2-on-1, but racing back quickly, the Dogs. Now 2-on-none as shot fired beautifully there by someone wearing a number for the Inferno, but it went just a little bit wide of the post. Another shot in from a distance. Doesn't beat anyone, unfortunately. Runs into some traffic in the middle of the ice. But a third shot now goes wide. Nice blocker save there by, that was Sapwell with a nice shot, but blocker save there by Zoe Stewart. And the Cleats lost the puck at her feet, but now fires it in looking for that connection. But there's too many Dogs in the way, and they pick up the puck. And they almost clear it out. They'll be pretty tired now. This line's been on a long time, the Dogs. Well over a minute and a half. So Kachira now being pressed tightly. This Inferno players falling around all over the place. They try and break it out now. This must be a very tired line. Ash Elliott now being pressured tightly on the forecheck. Couldn't quite. Sapple keeps the puck in nicely. Randy Creek couldn't get a handle on it. McIvan now driving up, trying to steal the puck, but it's played around behind her. Been on for a very long shift, McIvan. Her old coach will be very disappointed in her. So tell a light, not McIvan. Sort me out later. And now to pick up the puck, Jalesis, who skates it around, gets stolen. The risk of carrying the puck a lot in your defensive zone is it gets taken off you and then you're in trouble. But she gets away with it, works the puck across looking for a connection, but doesn't run. Dogs now coming forward in number. Elliott backing up the play. Able to keep the puck in the zone now as Meggs. No, not Meggs, I'm sorry. McPherson now goes into the corner, tries to get the puck in front. She's got loose players in the front. There's a shot, there's a second shot. It's not going this time. Anyway, pads in the way. Zoe Stewart, very capable. Making sure that was kept safe. Another attempt to put the puck across the front, but Dogs blocking it in. Looking for Jennings to get the shot in. She winds, puts it in low, but Elliott's feet get in the way. Pitches in. She's got McPherson covering for her, does Jennings. Puck comes back out, and the Dogs break it out. And Arias, and she has space. She's picked off. Now it is Murphy who winds. The puck goes wide, and it is. No, the puck has gone in the net. Didn't see that one from here. But that's the second goal to the Dogs. You see it on the replay. If he comes across, gets a shot away. And at that point, it's a bit vague from this angle, but no, the referees have decided that it went through everything. Looks like it was a 5-hole goal. A bit low under the pads, and that's where it'll go some of the time. And shots on net, they count. And the Dogs now have a 2-0 lead over the Inferno with 4 minutes to play in the second period. No, they've wiped it off. They've said no goal. Back we go. So not a goal. Sometimes the referees do change their mind. And the puck discovered, and so Inferno live to fight another day. Back in the corner, played across the front by the Dogs. Inferno trying to clear it out. It's with a stick down deep on the ice as Wilkinson tries to keep the puck in for the Dogs, and does. Nicely done for Tagan there, circling around looking for opportunities as well, but it's not going to come. She circles up now. It's a possible chance, but a sneaky backhander fired in by the Dogs, but this time no doubt about it at all, as Hockey makes that one safe. Not too much longer to go in the period. We've only got 3 minutes. 12 shots apiece, 1 goal to the Dogs and 1 disallowed. This time the puck goes across the front, floating around there. The Dogs trying to get the puck up. It's Savic for the Inferno, not quite clearing it out. Once again losing their footing. It's Meggs now looking for a lane up to pass to, finds it, and that sets up Fargus, who drives into the corner, but we have an offside. Someone was offside, or maybe an icing. No, offside, and we brought back. So we're just over 2.5 minutes to play. 1 goal to the Dogs, none to the Inferno, 12 shots apiece. Shots only count to the scorer if there was a reasonable expectation. If the goalie hadn't got in the way, it would have gone in the net. So you'll see often goalies make saves, but the puck wasn't going to go into the net in the opinion of the scorer, so it doesn't count as a shot. The goalie still worked, and they will tell you it was a save, and that should go onto their statistics, but it doesn't. They get cranky and they come over and complain. But that's okay. Puck not able to be kept in by the Dogs there on that occasion, and trying to get the puck across. Is loose puck in the front, shot in on the net. Zoe Stewart very nearly beaten by that one. Van der Kleet couldn't keep it in, and she is being chased by England, but gets the puck across, finds Kachira. Kachira with some space, but runs into 3 or 4 white jerseys. Leg puts herself in the slot, but not able to make the completion. Inferno clear the puck, but that's going to go for icing. As there's a race for the puck, the referee will blow it up, and that will be icing, and it will be brought all the way back. Now the Inferno just got it themselves a change, and they'll have to bring that one back out, I think. No, the referees are deciding that it was a missed call. Quite sure what's going on with this one. Yeah, they brought it back for a centre ice face-off, which means they made the wrong call, and they've acknowledged that, so they've just put the puck back in the middle, and they have a face-off in the middle. Sapwell for the Inferno taking it. Kachira fires it in deep along the corner. Just rims the puck in deep. You can see the power she's got. She's flung the puck all the way across. 2 Dogs going to battle for it. Kachira floating menacingly in the slot, looking for opportunities. It's in her feet. Can she get the puck on it? Get a stick on the puck. Not quite that time. Has another chance. Not quite able to clear it though. The Inferno. It's a good stick battle, and now they clear the puck out of the zone. Gets to Demesis, who has some space. Puck goes across the front. Not quite able to make the connection there. Were the Inferno forwards. It was a great chance, but Sapwell couldn't quite get onto it. Puck loose around the front, comes across high. Inferno fire it in. No one able to touch that puck at all. It's, just losing her footing there. We've got a hand up for a penalty, and that's going to be on Heen, who's going to do 2 for the Dogs, and that will give the Inferno a power play, but it's not going to matter for this particular period. With 10 seconds to go, we won't have the face-off, so we will be going to the intermission between the second and third periods in about a second, so there will be no play in this period. At the end of the second period, we have the Inferno nil, yet to score 13 shots, and some pretty good ones. Great saves by Zoe Stewart getting in the way, and the Dogs 1 goal scored by none other than Simone Kachira with a ripper in the first period. Couple of penalties so far, 2 to the Inferno, 1 to Jess McPherson for a trip, and 1 to Natasha Hudson for a trip, and now Lydia Heen has 2 for boarding. Sorry, I tell a lie, that's 5 No, it's 2 minutes for boarding. And the goal was given to Ash Elliott, which, okay, maybe it was. I'm not sure. I could have sworn that was Simone, but all the same. I'm sure it will get sorted out in the fullness of time. That's what's showing up on the scoring system anyway. So the team's having their little chat, and they will be underway for the third in about 25 seconds or so, depending on how quickly they get going. The Inferno need to score quickly. They do have the power play this time. Can they win possession, get some control, and then get some quality shots on the net? Or will the Dogs steal it and either just keep dumping the puck or maybe even make an attacking opportunity out of it? Nothing more embarrassing than a short-handed goal when you're on a power play and you concentrate too much on attack. But at the same time, the Inferno want to win this, and so they're going to have to take some risks. If they're still down with a few minutes to go, watch for them to pull their goalie out of the way and go 6 on 5. Sometimes it works. It's one of those, well, we're going to lose anyway, so we may as well try it situations. It remains to be seen as the Dogs set up. They've got Elliott taking their first face-off for this one. What do the Inferno have planned? They want to keep it simple. It's not a particularly experienced team at playing with each other. As the Dogs are on the wrong side. You're going the other way, ladies. Well done. Yes, Ash, that's you. So the Inferno second subs. You can see the 5 on 4 here. And the penalty being sat for boarding. It's where you force another player into the boards. It's a safety issue more so than anything else. Hudson plays the puck up for the Inferno, but it's pinched by Ash Elliott. But, driving it back in there was the Inferno. Elliott with a good forecheck, but she's just looking a little bit unsteady on her feet. If she wore a puck or something rather, but she tries to get a shot across the front. Good deep forechecking situation for her, but the rest of their team will stay back and cover. Elliott tries to cut off the line, but it's driven in deep by the Inferno and then just hooked all the way back out. And it finds Rink, who looks to play the puck up the ice, but doesn't really pass it to anyone in particular. And as a result, it's picked off by the Dogs, who just dump it all the way down the other end. Send the puck to Moe. No one wants to go there. And now the Inferno gets some time to play it out. Hudson looking for a pass, passes it across to McPherson. McPherson now looking for an opportunity to get in. She's got a bit of space, goes down the side, looks for the Inferno now to flood into the corner, but it's pitched off by Vertagen, who does the wise thing and sends it back to Moe. Running the clock down now. 1 minute of the penalty killed by the Dogs quite effectively so far, as Rink goes back to pick it up, looking for someone to pass to on the move. They're mostly coasting around at the moment, the Inferno. They need to get them moving a little bit faster if they're going to be effective. But Megs now comes onto the ice, and she loses the puck, though. Rink, the last line of defence. Got to be a bit careful there. She's been pressed by Vertagen, but now driving it back in. Vertagen now deeks around the side of Hudson, who's chasing, trying to get a stick in the way. Vertagen's got no help, but now the Dogs decide to come in, and that's where it can get a bit risky for them, because Megs is now coming. And watch Jess Megs come in and try and steal the puck and get that one-player breakaway, but she loses the footing. Now the Inferno have some space, but they lose the puck. And breaking it out for Vertagen. She's got some room, blasting up the side, and there's going to be no penalty on that one. Oh, okay. McPherson gets away. Robertson, sorry, gets away with that. Not quite sure how, but all the same, this will wind up the penalty, and we will be back to full strength. I don't think the Inferno got a shot on the net throughout the entire penalty. We might get one here at the very end of it while the change is being on us. Dogs decide to make a change and extend the penalty by 15 seconds. Thank you very much, say the Inferno. We don't mind you doing that. Puck bobbing around in front of the net. Still being battled for. Down underneath Zoe Stewart, trying to keep all her eyes on it. Puck goes into the corner as Wilkinson tries to clear it out. She's got a bit of space, but she's running into a wall of white. And she winds up, takes a shot, not much on it, goes harmlessly into the corner. Trying to play the puck out now, Van der Kleet, but being pressed tightly. She's looking to play it up the boards, pinching in there, Savic. There's Megs too, trying to clear the puck. Savic loses it between her feet. A bit of indecision there by the Inferno, but they still not quite able to clear the puck out of the zone. It's none other than Simone Kuchera now goes down into the corner hard, tries to wrap around the outside, runs into traffic. She's being well battled there by Inferno players, but she finds space now and she's got room. Drifting in Heen, looking for chances too. You can see the pressure on this in slot. Kuchera tries to wrap around. She's got room. She shoots. Puck bounces up off Sand Hockey, who got herself in the way. It's the goalie's job at the end of the day. He now keeping it in for the Dogs. Good sustained pressure for the Dogs. Inferno need to clear the puck out. Kachira now with another chance. She goes into the corner. She's got Van der Kleed coming out to put some pressure on her. But she beats that, gets a pass up to Taheen, who fires the puck in, but it's not clean. Now the puck runs across the front for Tagan now, and the puck eventually by the Inferno is beaten out. Meggs makes one. Jess Meggs comes in, shoots, winds, and scores! Jess Meggs! Jess Meggs goes top shelf over the top of Zoe Stewart. She got that breakaway that she'd been keen to get and made the Dogs pay, and we have a game. We're all tied up at 1 goal apiece. You see beautifully there on the replay. It's that odd player rush. That's where the goals are. The most likely scoring opportunity is a player on a rush, and the Dogs let Jess Meggs get through with that one, and we are all tied up at 1 goal apiece with 11 goals. The Inferno 17 shots to 13 for the Dogs. So just a little bit more of the play, but Kachira now tries to get through, but is robbed of the puck there by Megan. And now looking to play it in. Inferno put the puck across the front of the net. No one there. Deep into the corner. Jennings watching astutely from the neutral zone for the Inferno. Keeping a close eye on Lisa McIvan. Over in the far corner, looking for the Hellfish stretch pass. We've never seen that before. Kachira now chasing hard, but Sapwell manages to hold the puck and clear it out of the zone nicely. Now the Inferno with a chance. Kuzmovic cuts into the middle. Go to Sapwell, but back there to clean up the mess is Hurd, who plays the puck up, so it's not Hurd. Now another winding shot by Sapwell. Just manages to miss everything, unfortunately for her, but fortunately for Zoe Stewart. Puck in the corner now for the Inferno, trying to get the puck across. It bobbles harmlessly across the back. But Sapwell now with a chance. Gets around one. She's still deep behind the net. She wants to get in front of it. Find a passing lane. She finds the lane. Not able to finish it off. The Inferno, but very close. A good piece of opportunistic play there. And that was Jamesis not quite able to finish it off, but beautiful positioning there by Jamesis to try and create that opportunity. Now the Dogs will have to break it out. We are tied up at 1 goal apiece. 10 minutes to go in the third. Dogs wanted to win last week and didn't, but then again, every team wants to win every game. It's kind of redundant, but all the same. In the back of the net there, Jess McPherson, she's looking for options. She's got one player tangled up in the front, not going anywhere with Ash Elliott all over her, being feisty and fierce. But, tries to make the shot herself. McPherson wraps around the back. She's being very tightly pressed. No room there to move. McPherson sits across the front. Who was that behind the net? Inferno keep it in, but it's bashed out through force, and they've got a 2-on-1 now, 2-on-none. The Dogs. Shot from a distance is seen wide. He just watches that one go. Elliott trying to circle across and find the opportunity, but it's not there. This time, Dogs not able to go. Elliott now with a chance, but she pushes it puck into the corner. Keeping control for the Doggies. Puck on the half boards, goes across through everyone. And now Rink with a chance to clear it out of the zone, but it's kept in. But then it's cleared out. Robertson now with a chance, but too many dog bodies. Trying to make the pass across to Murphy. But, Murphy waits patiently and is ridden into the corner. And it takes a tumble over the goalie. I think that was Elliott, who tried to go through the blue zone and ran into a goaltender. And as a result, went for a fly, Bobby Orr style, but without the goal. And this time, Hockey keeps it safe. Sam Hockey, that is, in the net. Very fortunate name for a hockey player, Hockey. And with 8 and a bit minutes to go, we are tied up at 1 goal apiece. I'm tempting to say next goal wins, but it doesn't work like that. Meggs wins it back safely, but puts it across in the front. Puck bobbles out of the zone, though. And it's dumped back in wisely by Lydia Heen. Played out now. Van der Kleed trying to clear the puck out of the zone, and she does. A little bit risky there, but she got away with it. Puck comes across. And Inferno there. No, referee's hand not up for offside. He's now trying to play the puck out his hand. She's got pressure on her, driving her wide, gets a shot across the front. No one there for the Dogs to tip it in. It was a good option. Now the puck loose again and clearing it out. The Inferno get it past just about everyone. Being ridden into the corner. It's a good stick pressure there by Maddie England. Now the Dogs in Heen play the puck safely up the ice, but only as far as Van der Kleet. Dumps it back in again for the Dogs. No one on the forecheck, so the Inferno with time. Van der Kleet sees that. Her and Megs decide to go. Now there's 4 of them in, so they've overcommitted on that. The puck comes out. Now they've got trouble because it's Kuchera. No, I tell her, not Kuchera. It's Gagnon trying to make the play, but only gets as far back as Savic. Savic couldn't get a handle on it. And now for the Dogs, it is Heen again who dumps it in. As far as Van der Kleet, who clears it out. And Dogs not quite offside. Very close there for Tompkinson. The Inferno dump it all the way back out, but that's going to be icing. And the referee has their hands out as Derbysh's clearance. No, the referee's not calling icing on that one. They do call icing on that one. We'll get there eventually. With all tied up, once we get below 2 minutes to go, we'll go to stop time. So the clock will stop for each whistle. But at the moment, the clock continues to tick. Whose favour is it really in? Really anyone. It's been such a close game. But the Inferno have had most of the shots on the net. So Shearer now gets past Nismovic. Goes into the corner, but being pressured tightly by Sapwell. Puts the puck across the front. Unable to complete it, McIvan. Sorry, Haley leg that was. Wearing black jerseys, they all look kind of similar. Through the front there, beautiful option there, McIvan. They couldn't get it, and away now is Nismovic, but she's pressured. She goes around one, loses the puck in the process. Puck comes back up. Jennings tries to pinch in, but decides the wiser thing to do is to let it go. So everyone takes a tumble. Costello and Jamesis, both of them lose sight of where the puck is, but now it's Kuchera, but she runs out of room. Sapwell clears it up the ice for the Inferno, looking for a chance. She's got Nismovic with her. Crosses the line, Nismovic hesitates. Drop pass, and then a shot, but without the shot. And Zoe Stewart saves that one nicely. It was a good opportunity there for Jamesis, but took the shot and left the puck behind. And as a result, Stewart made that one look pretty easy. We have under 5 minutes to go, all tied up at 1 goal apiece in this little tussle between the Inferno and the Dogs. It's been pretty good. It's been pretty tight. Doesn't get better than 1-1 at this stage. Pretty much by definition, it doesn't get any closer. Trying to make the shot on the net there, the Dogs. Elliott now for the Dogs clears it out. But, not quite with enough speed there. Murphy trying to get around the Inferno defence. I want to be a bit careful there, they don't get pinged for interference in Robertson. Clearing it out now, Hudson clears the puck out of the zone wisely. Finds McPherson. McPherson looking for options. Doesn't have too much. And just continues to drive the puck in. And this time it is Elliott trying to find the pass. It's not on. So, Wilkinson loses the puck. Puck flies across the front. She gets a chance to make amends. Dumps the puck up the boards. Murphy tries to get across his goal. Wilkinson up the middle unmarked. But Rink just misses getting that one on as Hockey pads it harmlessly into the corner. Wilkinson goes in to get it. Just sitting in the slot, Murphy. And a wind and shot from the Dogs, but again leaving the puck behind. This time the shot taken by Elliott, and it very nearly bounces over the shoulder of Sam Hockey. A fortunate bounce, but if she wasn't there, it wouldn't have been a fortunate one, and Sam Hockey makes it safe. 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go, all tied up at 1 goal apiece. Who's going to get the big W at the end of this one? It doesn't go to overtime. If there's a draw, it's just a draw. Vertagen and Meggs will face off for this one. This time won by Meggs. Savic tries to go up the middle. The puck cleared deep. Going back for it is Heen. Heen's been double forechecked. Back as far as Van der Kleet though. Van der Kleet being pressed by Gagnon. The puck offside. You could just have to hit the brakes. It's a teammate not quite back on side there. This time it's Meggs with a bit of room. Fans on the shot, but it fortunately goes through everyone's legs. Meggs behind the net. She's got players in the front there in Rafagas, but couldn't quite get the connection across. And the puck comes out of the zone for the Inferno Dogs now on the forecheck for Tagan, coming quickly, firing across the net there as Meggs gets a handle on it. Puck now in the top of the offensive zone for the Inferno. Van der Kleet trying to bobble the puck across, but doesn't go anywhere useful. Meggs and Van der Kleet going to dig it in the corner, but it's one out by Heen. Heen deeks one, he goes in, he's got the puck, fires, but Hockey gets in the way and then he wipes himself out on the boards. You can't blame anyone else for that, but you can leave the puck behind, Sam. And there it is, bobbling around in the front, backhanders, forehanders, and eventually Sam Hockey makes it safe. It looked to all eyes as if that one was secure, and then it wasn't. And the Dogs were still there in numbers. And a little bit lucky there, Sam. But sometimes you need a little bit of luck. Flailing around all over the place and you get a limb in the way. That's sometimes just how it works. 1 minute, 45 seconds to go. 1 goal of difference, and we have a timeout for something. The referees actually, there is a team timeout in this grade. They can have one. We will need to stop the clock. It is timeout, so the clock, you can see the clock's still ticking, and it should stop, and it hasn't stopped. So we'll just wait for that to happen. Clock still not stopped. Clock still ticking. I'm not quite sure if the referees are aware of it or not. So the clock's still ticking. The referee's saying they're not quite sure of exactly what the rule is here. But they've got a timeout, but it's not stopping the clock. So it's going to end the game. No, they have decided to start the game again, but the clock is still ticking. And somewhat interesting, we're not quite sure what's happening here. We may end up with a draw by force majeure because they've run the clock down without actually stopping the clock. So with 2 seconds to go, the siren's going to go. And then the question will be what happens. And it looks like we've reset the clock back to 1 minute 42. So we'll have a minute and a half to play. So that was a timer on the timeout. Never mind, mate. And the Inferno don't quite manage to win that one. Dogs win the face-off through leg. Kuchera wraps around the back. Being closely marked. There's bodies all over the place for the Inferno trying to own that space in front of the net, and they do nicely. Pushed out there. Ash Elliott not able to win the contest. And now Inferno away, taking a shot from a distance, but it goes across the front of the net for the Inferno, not able to convert that opportunity. It was one of the Inferno players anyway. They clear the puck out of the zone, and they do. Driving the puck in deep, bodies flying around all over the place. Both teams desperate to get the goal. They both want the win. Now we've got 1 minute to go. Sapwell beaten by Kuchera. Kuchera now with some space. She's got room. She's got the puck. Leg fires from a distance. But Sam Hockey gets a pad in the way. She was screened beautifully there by Simone Kuchera, but Leg's not able to finish it off. Now we have stop time, so the clock will stop. So with 40 seconds to go, we'll get a face-off, and the Inferno scoot off to get themselves a change. The Dogs pretty keen to get it going, but it doesn't actually matter. We are on stop time now, so they can be a little bit more patient, so to speak, as out comes a new line for the Inferno. Fresh legs, the Dogs keeping their A-line on, for lack of a better. One back by the Inferno by McPherson. Tries to pay it, but Costello gets a handle on it, manages to get the puck in, but it's still bobbling around here. The puck out of the zone for the Inferno. Wilkinson now tries to find some space, runs into Robinson. Robinson clears the puck up ice, but only as far as Meggs. Sorry, not Meggs. One of the Inferno anyway, and going down to get the puck is Legg, who tries to play it up the ice. Fans on a little bit. Last line of defence. He's beaten, and it is Jess Meggs looking for a chance, but Sam Hockey pushes the puck safely into the corner. And with 18 seconds to go, the Inferno want to clear the zone to clear up the tie if they can. Circling around Kuchera. She's got Costello calling for it. Passes across. McPherson tries to get a backhand on it. Puck bobbling around. Puck still in the zone. Can the Inferno clear it? They do. It's gone all the way down the other end with 2 seconds or 1 second. And that will do the game. We are all tied up at 1 goal apiece. So the Thriller and Manila. Shots on the net, 21 to the Inferno, 20 to the Dogs, and a 1 goal apiece tie for that game. The goals in that game scored by, still saying Ash Elliott, I thought it was Simone Kuchera, and Jess Meggs with a beautiful breakaway goal as well. So pretty exciting little game there. It doesn't get better than a tie in terms of close results. So we will be back with you next week for the Women's Pro League at 7:35 p.m. for the Women's Pro League Round 2.